We ain't got to we're not gonna restore anything because it's already good the way it is. We just gotta clear it out. There need to be a cleaning of garbage. Talking about the four horsemen of the apocalypse. You know what I'm saying? Americans in the public education system has been failing for years and reached an all-time high, an all-time low this past June. It's not difficult to understand why. Public schools shut children out of the classrooms for months because of COVID-19 pandemic bullcrap, and then force them to abide by ridiculous mask and quarantine policies for long. The harm caused by school closure and mandatory, you know what I'm saying, and mandatory masks will take years to undo. And they have, ha- yet there has been no apology for even a hint of regret from the people responsible. Beautiful, beautiful statement. And that's because the bureaucrats, the demon bald-headed football Luciferian Baphomet worship of devil Satan fucking at a holy fucking moment. Don't let me get in here. Don't play with me. The bureaucrats and the union lobbyists running the public education systems are actually interested in in educating or aren't actually interested in educating or caring for students. And that is true. You know what I'm saying? Public school COVID response was one example of their priorities. You know what I'm saying? Another, which is far more concerning, is the weight material that has taken over public schools. And why is the parents allowing this? We must stand up and we must stand together and strong and drive these bullshit out of our school. We don't need them to tell us. We need to have the board meetings and the meetings and not have the board meeting in the pockets of the demon motherfucking Democrats. Get rid of any board member. Hear me clear, that's in the pockets of the demon Democrats. And how you know is because you got to go and argue with them over the mind frame of what they're going to push into your child's brain. And they feel that they are on top of the board and you ain't got shit to say. But you, the parent, and that is your child. You must make sure that the school in which your child go and that board, anyone that's on that board that's in the demon, democratic, blood-sucking, Luciferian, Baphomet, holy garbage must be removed and not reelected. And not reelected. And that's a fact. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? When we look at it, even when you look at from the a historical 1619 project to the gender, you know what I'm saying, Quan, or whatever they call it, leftist ideology is running, you know, amok in our public school classes, and students are suffering as the result. Indeed, reading the math and profanity has dropped a significantly over the past. You know, it ain't making sense to even go too deep into this because when you look at the whole ideology that they put into the school, even not just COVID-19, like you said, the homophobic gender unicorn or whatever it's unicorn leftist ideology, you know what I'm saying, and drag queens reading stories to children to help, you know, as if you're forcing them to look at this stuff and become that because you want to do the manifesto that you all put up years ago saying that you're going to portray our whole world with this garbage. So it's no wonder that Barack Obama signed that bill, you know what I'm saying, and no wonder Biden is not doing anything to stop it. For even furthering the garbage that's going into our schools. Now we see another one coming up from AS. ABCNY talking about lost gospels never made it to the Bible. Who cares? Who cares? Keep your gospel, take it, that Luciferian book with you, and read it. Nobody's reading that garbage anymore. And if you are just as stupid as them. You're not going to lie to me anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because I have done my own research and my own investigation, and you're full of boom. What you need to do is prove where it came from and where's the original book. Man brutally attacking subways while coming home from work. Yeah, while Mr. Mayor Eric Adams put all the migrants into fresh, clean hotels, $400 a night, caring for them, giving them cell phone, health care, and all the work. But the regular American people is being brutalized and beat down right in the subway just for their culture alone. We must start to look at this in more ways than one. It cannot just be the fact that you're beating people up for no apparent reason. You know what I'm saying? In furthering the driving of the chaoticness within all blue democratic states of this brutal killing and murdering of people and black people especially. You know what I'm saying? Because it seemed like even with what went on, it seemed like they tried to kill every American in a sneaky way. Don't give me that shit. You know what I'm saying? Recent Twitter video reveals Russian holding alarming graphic photos begging the U.S. and and United Kingdom to stop sending weapons to, I guess, Ukraine. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But whatever it is that they're doing, you know what I'm saying? If you really put the full pressure to it, they need to stop, and they need to stop it altogether. They need to stop it because what they are doing is NATO is a bunch of nations. And you could say, what, maybe 10, 30 nations probably? Who knows? Piling up all against Russia. You know what I'm saying? Through the will of Ukraine sparking this episode of garbage going on. This is another one of the demon Democrats plan to land solely on the Biden administration desk and Hunter Biden and Kamala and all the rest of them who agree with this fucking bullying shit and going on. And now Russia's going to prove to them that he's not this, and now he's going to do bullshit, and it's going to go back and forth and bullshit. Like my mother said, be careful of the bear, the eagle, and the dragon. You know what I'm saying? And the man that wears the turban. Mm-hmm. Don't give me that bullshit. Red wave crashing. Democrats surge ahead of the midterm reveals a shocking poll result. Yeah, because they use Roe versus Wade, a woman right to just throw away her baby after she makes a bad decision, or didn't realize the decision, and then when the decision come out based on who you're dealing with and what happened, and you get pregnant, he say you don't want the baby, nor do you figure it's time to have a baby, you could just go and throw it away. You know what I'm saying? So you go and start voting for the Republicans due to this, talking about a woman right to choose. Choose what? Choose what? To throw away a baby? To throw away your own seed, your own blood and flesh, and then feed it to wolves? Are you really looking at what's going on? Mm, mm. And who up there singing and dancing with it? And there's Liz the Duck Duck Cheney. You know what I'm saying? Says that the Democrats are gaining. Yeah, they're gonna gain ground because when it's all done and said, they're gonna say the same thing. When it's all done and said, they're gonna say the same thing, isn't they? Isn't they gonna say the same thing? Think about that. When it's all done and said, they're gonna say the same bullshit. You know what I'm saying? When we look at it, it's not saying anything to me about saving your country at all. Jamie uh, Dimon or whatever his name, it warns something worse than a recession could be coming. Yeah, like your Luciferian devil worship, bullshit Baphomet Luciferian bullshit take over the one with all the garbage. You know what I'm saying? That's probably what we take it over by the time. You know what I'm saying? The first thing, Cheney turns on pro-Trump Republicans after defeat. Yeah, we are so lose a chain. So lose a chain. Don't be a sore loser chain. Take your butt about government though. The former, this is coming to the Guardian from Martha Busby. You know what I'm saying? 2 hours ago. Remember, it's a late edition, so it could be later. You know what I'm saying? Good morning, she says. Former Republican members of Congress, Liz the Duck Cheney, who her Wyoming seat last week after being beaten in a primary by a Donald Trump back opponent, has announced plans to set up a new political organization. Yeah, like her dumbass. In an interview with ABC News, aired on Sunday, she named Kevin McCarthy, Ron DeSantis, Ted Cruz, Josh Hawley, all who openly supported Trump's lies. Didn't openly support Trump's lies. No, Miss Cheney, stop lying. No. They support what they saw. They didn't support what they saw. What did you see? Mm-hmm. You're lying behind. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck could trust her ever again? She lost her credibility, just like her father did when he shot that man on a hunting expedition. All who openly supported the lie, all who openly supported the truth, you know what I'm saying, that electoral uh, frauditors stole the 2020 presidential race from him and hand it over to a screwball all the wall, Northeast jackass of the holy, you know who, fraternal, creepy, you guessed it, Joe Biden. I'm going to be very focused on working to ensure that we can do everything we can not to elect not to elect electoral deniers. Yeah, like you clown ass. Get out of our government. Now we see who's back up there. Stacey Adams. I even wish you could give me a pair of them shoes and send them pimp shoes. Stacey Adams. OG style. You know what I'm saying? But Stacey Adams, co-chair and governor an organization funding numerous defund the police activists. You know what I'm saying? Georgia gubernatorial nominee, co-chair the justice organization that awarded tens of thousands of dollars to activists who wanted to defund the police. Now she's trying to say she didn't. Nobody got any time to read anything about her garbage. Even when you look at, say some of the statements that she's making, trying to clean herself up, it means nothing that these elected officials are expressing support for a peaceful protest. Rosie tweeted, uh, Boo, Boo's, Boo, Ballsy, or whatever his name is, tweeted on Monday, 30th, 2020, that support doesn't protect you. The police DGFA, the only support that matters is when they stand up to police unions, refuse to agree to contracts that provide more protection for police than the public. They support they support to serve a defund support to supported to serve and defund the police. Uh, relocate those resources, demand action, demand change. We can live in a country where the police do not kill people, especially children, Rosie tweeted. Well, that's good. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it's a bunch of garbage. What needs to be done is you need to reform the police, and if the police are working for the government, then they must be put into check. What is causing a lot of this shit to go on is who is consistently put back into the government and who is running the government as a whole. You see what I'm saying? Until we clean that up, we're gonna always have problems where people gonna be going back and forth with this police thing and black shooting and all kinds of garbage shit going on and racism and so on and so on. This is a product of leadership up above. We must change that. Historical rates of enslavement predicts modern rates of American gun ownership. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.